Hi friends and welcome to the FPL tips for game week 14 to game week 18. The selections which we are making are based on the fact that which team have easier fixtures in the next 5 game weeks and which of the teams which would definitely gain pertaining to the clean sheets and pertaining to the number of goals which they can score. So we will quickly run you to a couple of teams which have very good fixtures. We have also picked few players who can be differential pick based on their ownership, which is pretty less, and we would also be talking about some of the fixtures and some of the key players, how they would be able to contribute based on what we have in the next 4 to 5 game weeks. So before we proceed, we would request you to subscribe to our channel for more FPL tips, for tips almost every week about the players who would really make a difference to your dream, to your fantasy football team. So let's talk about our analysis, and we'll start with the teams which have easier fixtures. Now when I talk about easier fixtures, I'm talking about 3 big hitters, 3 teams which actually have a very favorable fixtures at this point of time. Now for Manchester United, we have the new manager Ranvik who would be there. I think it's a great opportunity for him to do pretty well. Now you look at the fixtures which Manchester United have: Arsenal home, Crystal Palace home, Norwich away, Brentford away, and Brighton home. In fact, if you are also looking for an option in another manager who has another easier set of fixtures, you look at the Manchester City's fixtures. You look at Pep Guardiola, what kind of fixture Pep has. I'm talking about Aston Villa away, I'm talking about Watford away, I'm talking about Wolves home, I'm talking about Leeds home, and Newcastle away. So there are 4 to 5 clean sheets as well as lot of goals which you can probably expect Manchester City to do really well in those fixtures as well. And let's talk about another team which is actually firing with all cylinders by their attacking football. So we are talking about Liverpool. Liverpool have a Merseyside derby today. I mean for this game week. So Everton away, Wolves away, Aston Villa home, Newcastle home, and Tottenham away. So it's slightly tricky, but I guess still you would mark it as easy the way Liverpool is playing right now. So these 3 managers will be focusing on players specifically just to have a comparison analysis of how these players are doing, and probably you can make your pick accordingly. So talking about Manchester United attackers, now I'm talking about attackers, maybe midfielders as well as forwards who are labelled as attackers. I've picked 3 players which you can consider in the next 5 game weeks. Although the new manager Rolf Ranvik may not like Cristiano Ronaldo to start all the games, I think he has made his intentions quite clear. There's a speculation that Ronaldo might spend half of his time actually from the bench. So you have to consider that before making any move for Ronaldo, or even if you have him in your team, probably you can look for other options as well. The players I am really interested in is Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho opened up his account in the last game in Premier League against the leaders Chelsea. He has looked threatening whenever he has started to play on his preferred position, and that's where I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got it wrong when he was playing him out of position. So with Jadon Sancho now playing almost all the games with the confidence he's getting in the matches, I believe that he would really benefit in the next 5 to 6 game weeks, and you can definitely have him in your team if you're really looking for any kind of a solution to your midfield. At 8.9, I would still say it's a cheap option, it's a good option. You can have him in your team. Talking about Marcus Rashford has just started 3 games of the Premier League for this season. He has been out majorly because of the injury he suffered, and he had to be operated on as well. But taking nothing away from Rashford, I think Rashford, it is just a matter of time. Maybe after 5 games, you may see him actually scoring 4 to 5 more goals as well as getting a couple of assists, because that's the beauty of this player. At 9.4, you would say, he's probably a little bit expensive based on the form which he has, but I think you can still bank on Rashford right now, and I think it is a kind of a differential pick also, because not many people have selected Rashford in their team. So if you're really brave enough and if you really like Rashford, seeing the fixture list of Manchester United in the next 5-7 matches, I think Rashford is an answer for you. Now let's talk about Manchester City attackers and how they combine and what kind of players you can suggest. So Bernardo Silva for me has been a pick of Manchester City's attacking players. At 7.3 valued, still pretty cheap option. He's played 12 matches. He has scored 4 goals. He's assisted 1 goal. His shot, he has taken total 14 shots and 8 which have been on target. His XA and XG is slightly lower. If you see, it is 0.33 because the way he plays, but taking nothing away from how he has actually developed his game over the course of this season. You know, earlier in the last few seasons, he used to, you know, play a very good football match, but the assists and goals were missing. Probably has got it now. So this is one of the things which you can see. See, Gabriel Jesus, now I'll talk about him as well at 8.7. I think it's a very good pick because he has taken Raheem Sterling's place. If I see the position that's right wing. 10 matches played, he has started on 8 games, he has scored 2 goals, but he has given 5 assists. And that's because from the wings, there are a lot of players who are always in the box and in and around the box for Manchester City. And that's where Gabriel Jesus has been able to contribute through his assist, as well as Phil Foden. I think once he's back, I think he is going to make a lot of difference. See, Phil Foden has an expected goals and assist combined of 0.76, which is a very good number. And if you talk about the goals he scored 3 goals and 1 assist in 7 matches played. So once Phil Foden starts all the matches, I think he's one of the players you need to watch out for. Talking about Liverpool attackers, Mo Salah, I mean, I don't need to talk much about it. He has played every match. He has taken 51 shots. He has scored 11 goals, assisted 8 goals. And in every match which you see of Liverpool, you always feel that Salah is missing a lot of chances as well. So even though after missing a lot of chances, even though having the highest number of FPL points for this season so far, he is still, you know, he's not fulfilling his potential. So XG plus XA of plus 1.02 is absolutely staggering. So if you don't have him, I don't think there would be many managers who don't own Mo Salah right now, but you can definitely make a move for him in case you don't. Next is Sadio Mane. I think Sadio Mane has been the most improved player. If you see the last season, he had a dip in form by his lofty standards for Liverpool. But he has also scored 7 goals, 1 assist, 12 matches played. Again, he would play almost all the matches. That's what I feel, most of the matches in the next 5, because firstly, he's got an excellent stamina. Secondly, Liverpool have qualified for the Champions League as well. So this is one player which would be able to start a lot of matches. Plus, if you see the XG plus XA, it's around 0.77. It's again a very, very impressive number. At 12, you might find him slightly expensive, but again, it's still a good start. Third one is a player which we suggested last game week. I mean, that was the only change I made in my FPL team as well. If you can see my last episode, which we just released, that I got in Thiago Jota, and he gave me a stellar return. He scored 2 goals. I mean, it was a brilliant performance from him. And see, he has started just 10 matches and he has scored 7 goals and assists. 31 shots he has taken, 13 on target. XG plus XA 1.06. Now, with Firmino out for a considerable time, Liverpool forwards combining beautifully, I think this is a player you cannot even miss right now. If you want to make one transfer, get Thiago Jota. And I have also already told you the fixture list which Liverpool have. It's a mouth-watering list, and I think Thiago Jota would have a big haul in those matches. Now let's talk about a couple of defenders we feel you should have in your team. If you don't have it, at least have them. Even if you're looking to play a wild card, these are the players which you need to think about. João Cancelo, I think you need to have him. I think still 36% of ownership, either it would be 60 or 70%, but maybe you can make those changes in case you don't. 13 matches played, 8 clean sheets, that's very impressive. 3 assists and 12 bonus points he has got. You can definitely have him in case if you still have place for more Man City players. Now for Liverpool, Trent, even though he has a value of 8, which is very high for a defender, but if you are playing a wild card and you want a couple of sure shot players who are going to give you points no matter whatever happens, you get Trent in the team. 7 assists is a brilliant number. He's got to score a brilliant free kick goal as well against West Ham. 11 matches he has played, 7 clean sheets. Liverpool is again building on the clean sheets, and the bonus points, 15 bonus points. So a great value even if you want to invest in 8. Reece James is still a pretty cheap option. I'm just saying it again and again that this is a very, very good start. So Reece James 6.3 at a value, 10 matches played, 9 starts, 4 clean sheets, 4 goals, 4 assists, and again 13 bonus points. So Chelsea they always have favorable fixtures because of the defenses they have. And last time they conceded very late. But Chelsea, not last time, I guess Chelsea last in both the matches, right? Last time it was against Manchester United, they drew 1-1. So before that, they also conceded a goal against Burnley. So, but if you see Chelsea and a team and the attacking return which Reece James would give you, you should have him in your team. Now let's talk about some of the differential picks which we have for this. For this 4 to 5 game week. So Gundogan is the first player I'm suggesting you. Now why I'm suggesting Gundogan is 3.2 of ownership. Now if you remember last season also, whenever Kevin De Bruyne has struggled through the injuries, Gundogan has actually benefited, and this is happening the same thing. It's a kind of deja vu which we are seeing. The last 4 match stats, he has the expected goals of 2.23, which is very high. The goals he has scored is 2, 1 assist, and he has created 5 big chances. So at 7.2 is an extremely cheap option. So there are some fabulous midfielders you have, Diego Jota, Gundogan. Get them in your team. I mean, they will give you a phenomenal return. Next up is, again, if you still don't have that budget, come to James Maddison. See, James Maddison is trying to find his mojo back, and I think we saw that in the last game which he had against Watford, wherein he had a stellar haul of 2 goals and an assist, 3 bonus points. And as I've told you earlier as well, Leicester also has a very favorable fixture list. So if you go and check their fixture list, you would find Leicester is actually in a very good position to get a lot of points. And at a value of 4.3, I think James Maddison is an absolute steal. Next up is the differential picks, specifically 2 of the defenders. One is Takehiro Tomiyasu from Arsenal. See, we have always spoken about this player earlier as well, that how strong he is in the attacking front as well. I mean, if you talk about the wing backs, he has not been able to justify that much, but he has been able to get clean sheets. Out of 10 matches played, there are 6 clean sheets he has got. But more importantly, the last game he got an assist as well, along with the bonus point. So this man is primed for more assists, more clean sheets with Arsenal, and at a 4.6 value, I think he is a superb option. And with Arsenal being extremely strong at the back, with an exception of their performance against Liverpool, which was obviously a different class altogether, I think all the teams which Arsenal would be seeing apart from the big 3, I think they would be having a very strong chance of keeping a clean sheet. Next up is Marcos Alonso. We have said it would be a great help for Alonso to be Chilwell's replacement, and the first game which he played when he was not out of favour and not even injured, he had 11 shots, which was the highest for any other defender. He had an XG of 1.06, and as you said, Chilwell is out for a considerable time and he would play almost all the matches. At the ownership of 9.8, you should not miss this player. My team, if I'm talking about my team, see, I have been forced to make one team, although my team had a good performance in the last game week as well. I've just made one team. I've got Ismail Sarr out, and I've gotten Smith Rowe. I've gotten Smith Rowe because he has been really consistent with 4 goals and assists for Arsenal, and Sarr is again injured with the return date is still not clear. And I think this is something a like-to-like replacement, and gives me more balance, I would say. In this game, I'm going with most of the teams conceding. That's why I think Ben White I'm getting on my bench. I think Watford might still score because they play a very outrageous football against Chelsea, but these 2 players, Rudiger and James, can give me points and the goals as well. And my midfield is absolutely, I would say, brilliant in my own eyes. So that's about my team, and this is the transfers which we have done. So these are my tips for the next 5 game weeks. If you are, if you want to understand that how these, how you would be benefiting from these teams or the tips, you can make these changes for almost all the game weeks in the next 4 to 5 months, so that these are the players which I believe would be starting almost all the games, and you would get a lot of value if you make those transfers. So thank you so much, and let's catch up for more FPL analysis and tips very soon.